Hi friends, today we'll discuss regarding physiography of India. So first of all, we'll discuss physical features of India, Himalayas and northern plains. So India has a vast diversity in physical features. So this diversity of landmass is a result of the large landmass of India formed during different geological periods and also due to various geological and geomorphological process that took place in the crust. So crust is the first layer of earth, crust, mantle, core. So crust is the first layer of the earth. Okay, according to the plate tectonic theory, folding, faulting and volcanic activity are the major processes involved in the creation of the physical feature of the Indian landscape. So for example, the formation of the Himalayas in the north of the country are attributed to the convergence of Gondwana land with the Eurasian plate. So here we have discussed like Himalayas, how Himalayas has formed. Like north of the country attributed to the convergence of water, Gondwana land with the Eurasian plate. So the north part of the country has a vast expanses of rugged topography. Rugged topography consists of a series of mountain ranges. Here, north part series of mountain ranges with rugged topography with varied peaks and beautiful valleys and deep gorges. Okay, compared to the south, north part is having much peaks and beautiful valleys and deep gorges. The southern part of the country consists of a stable land with highly dissected plateaus, denuded rocks, and developed series of scarps. The great northern plains lies between the two landscapes. If you can see, the physical features of India can be grouped under the following physiological divisions. One is Himalayan ranges, and second one is northern plains, third one is Indian desert, fourth peninsular plateau and coastal plains, fifth one, and sixth one is islands. So first one is Himalayas. The Himalayas are folded mountains which form the northern boundary of the country. Okay, the Himalayas is divided based on two lines. One is longitudinal division and other is from west to east. The Himalayas consist of a series of parallel mountains. Okay, so the Himalayas form an arc which covers a distance of about 2400 kilometers and width varies from 400 kilometers in the west and 150 kilometers in the east. So if you can see here, so width of the Himalayas decreased from the west to east. West is 400 kilometers and east side is 150 kilometers only. So the altitude variations are greater in the eastern part than in the western part. So on the basis of the longitudinal extent, the Himalayas consist of three parallel ridges. Those are Greater Himalayas and second one is Himalayas or Himachal and one lower one is Shivaliks. Shivaliks are also called as Outer Himalayas. So the Greater Himalayas are the most continuous ranges, consist of a loftiest peaks with average of height of 6,000 meters. The folds of Greater Himalayas are asymmetric in nature. The core part of the Himalayas consists of a granites. The general orientation of these ranges is from northwest to southeastern direction in northwestern part and the east-west direction in the Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas. So the Himachal means lesser Himalayas mainly composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. So the longest range of this system is a Pirpanjal range. The outermost range of the Himalayas called as the Shivaliks. So now here we will discuss regarding a few facts about India. So the area of the India is 32,87,263 kilometers squares and latitude distance 8 degrees 4 minutes, 8 degrees 4 minutes, 8 degrees 4 minutes and 37 degrees 6 minutes in the north and east side 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degrees 25 minutes east. So total land area of the world is a 2.4 percentage and north to south extent 3,214 kilometers and east to west 2,933 kilometers. If you can see, the land frontier is complete including coasts and land 15,200 kilometers. So southernmost standard meridian is 82.5 degrees east longitude. Southernmost part of the India is Indira Point. So that is in Nicobar Island. The southernmost point of mainland is Cape Comorin here. So neighboring countries of for the India is Pakistan and Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh and Myanmar. So west side 2 countries, and here 3 countries from here, Bangladesh and Myanmar. So these neighboring countries we can remember like this: by अकेले चाइना ही पीना है मैं भी हूँ, by बांग्लादेश, अकेले अफगानिस्तान, चाय सी चाइना, नहीं पीना है नेपाल, Pakistan, मैं भी हूँ Myanmar and Bhutan. Okay. So rank according to size, the 7th largest country of the world after Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil and Australia. So coastal states are, one second, I will wipe all this. So the coastal states are like here: Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. So these are the 9 coastal states for the India. You have to remember for the examination. Longest coastal state is Gujarat. Okay. Least coastal state is Goa. Smallest, largest state is Rajasthan and smallest state is Goa. Once again, I will repeat. Longest coastal state is Gujarat, least coastal state Goa, largest state Rajasthan and smallest state Goa. Highest population state UP, least populous state Sikkim. Okay. So the longitudinal valley lying between lesser Himalayas and Shivaliks are known as dunes. So dunes means Dehradun, Kotli Dune and Patli Dune. So the highest peak of the Himalayas is Everest, which is in Nepal. So total meters 8,850 meters. Kanchenjunga of India 8,590 meters. Makalu, Nepal 8,481 meters. So now on the basis of the relief and alignment of the ranges and other geomorphological features, the Himalayas can be subdivided into various Himalayas. Like one second, I will drop. So Kashmir Himalayas and Uttarakhand Himalayas, Sikkim Himalayas, Arunachal Himalayas and Northwestern Himalayas. Okay, these are the subdivided Himalayas on the basis of the relief and alignment of the ranges and other geomorphological features. So now we will discuss regarding the difference between the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. Okay. This is the most important topic for the examination. The difference we must know for the examination. So now we will discuss Western Ghats. First of all, they are continuous. These are continuous means these are discontinuous only. So average elevation is 900 to 160 meters. Here 600 meters. The altitude increase from the north to south. Here west side, north to south. Altitude increases. So important hills are Nilagiri Hills, Anamalai Hills, Cardamom Hills. And the important peaks are Anamudi is the highest peak in the Western Ghats, Jodabetta, Mahendragiri, Ooty, Kodaikanal. So most important peninsular rivers originate here and acts as a water divide between West Owing and West Owing rivers. Now we will discuss regarding Eastern Ghats. So these are the discontinuous and irregular ranges. The altitude has no general pattern. Important hills are Javadi, Palkonda, Nalamalla, Mahendragiri, etc. And the important peaks are, highest peak is, important peaks present are here. So they are dissected by the major rivers. Those are Mahanadi River and Godavari. So these are all rivers which are originated from west side only, but they flows towards the east side. Those rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, etc., which are draining into the Bay of Bengal. So now we will discuss regarding the northern plains. One second. Northern plains has been formed by the interplay of the 3 major river systems. One is Indus, second one is Ganga, third one is Brahmaputra. So this plain is formed of alluvial soils. Northern plains are mainly formed by alluvial soils. The deposition of alluvium is a vast basin laying at the foothills of the Himalayas over millions of the years. It is a densely populated and agriculturally very productive physiographic region of the country. According to the variations in the relief features, the northern plates can be divided into 4 regions. Those are Babar, Terai, Bangar, and Kadar. So, Babar is a narrow belt ranging between the 8 to 10 kilometers parallel to the Shivalik foothills at the breakup of this slope. So, the river after descending from the mountain is deposit pebbles in narrow belt at the stream disappear in the belt. Okay, so Babar means like big stones. So Terai means here south of Babar. Streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region. It is a wet and swamp and marshy region. Characterized with a thickly forested region full of wildlife. And the next, Bangar. Bangar means old alluvial soil. Kadar means new alluvial soil. Again, I will explain this because this is very much important for the examination. According to the variations of in the relief features and the northern plains can be divided into 4 regions. Those are Babar, Kadar, Babar Terai, Bangar, Kadar. Okay, Babar means big stones. River flows start from here. So from here to here, this is a wet area, marshy and muddy will be there here. From here to here, then this is a old alluvial soil. Kadar is a new alluvial soil. Okay. So riverine islands, these are the islands which are formed due to the deposition work of rivers, especially in the lower coast due to the gentle slope and resultant decrease in the velocity of rivers. So the one and only one riverine island is in, which is in Assam. Name is Mazoli Island. So Mazoli in the Brahmaputra is the largest inhabited riverine island in the world. In the world only. Okay. Mazoli Island in Assam. So through this island, Brahmaputra is the largest inhabited riverine island in the world. So distributed is the rivers in the lower course split into numerous channels. Due to the deposition of silt are called as the distributaries. Doab, the area which lies behind the continuous of 2 rivers. So now we will discuss regarding plateau. A plateau is an elevated area on top which there is a more or less leveled land. It has on its top a large area and on its sides a steep slope. Plateaus can be classified into following categories. One is like intermountain plateaus between mountain ranges and Piedmont plateau and continental plateaus and volcanic plateaus and dissected plateaus. So now we will discuss regarding peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau is a formed due to the peninsular plateau is formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land and thus making it a part of the oldest landmass. This is one of the oldest stable landmass in the India. Okay, it is a stable land composed of old crystalline and igneous and metamorphic rocks. It is an irregular triangle in structure, extends as a Delhi Ridge in the northwest and Rajmal Hills in the east, Gir Ranges in the west and Cardamom Hills in the south. The important physiographic features of these are block mountains and rift valleys, spurs, bare rocky structures, series of humpy hills and wall-like quartzite dikes. So it has undergone recurrent phases of upliftment and submerge accompanied by the crustal faulting and fractures. On the basis of the relief features, the peninsular plateau is divided into 3 broad groups. Those are Deccan Plateau and Central Islands and Northeastern Plateau. Okay, so Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass that lies to the south of Narmada. It is bordered by the Western Ghats in the west and Eastern Ghats in the east, and the Satpura, Vaikal, Madhava ranges in the north and northeastern part. So means this region. The extent of this peninsular plateau is also visible in the northeast known as the Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Kachar Hills. The Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and slopes gently to the eastwards. So now we'll discuss regarding Central Highlands. The Central Highlands is a part of Peninsular Plateau lying north of Narmada, covering major area of Malvar Plateau. Malvar Plateau is here. So Vindhya Range covers the southern extent and Aravalli is in the northwest. Central Highlands are wider in the west and narrower to the east. The plateaus like Bundelkhand, Bagilkhand, Chota Nagpur makes the eastern extension of the Central Highlands. So now we'll discuss regarding Indian deserts. The Great Indian Desert lies in the northwestern of the region country. This region receives low rainfall below 15 centimeters per year and resulted in the arid climate with low vegetation cover. Thus, this desert region is also known as a the prominent desert features are mushroom rocks, shifting dunes and oases. It is a land of undulating topography dotted with a longitudinal dunes and bergchans. So now we'll discuss regarding landforms and landforms developed in different eras. Now we'll discuss regarding one more important point. Most of the rivers in the region are ephemeral. Example, Luni. So Luni River is having one special feature, that is Luni River is origin from the Rajasthan and it submerged into the same state only. So low precipitation and evaporation makes it water deficit region. The desert can be divided into two regions: northern part of sloping towards Sindh and southern part towards Run of Kutch. So now we'll discuss regarding coastal plains. Plains are called food baskets of the world as they have fertile soils. Here we will discuss regarding the characteristics of the Himalayas and peninsular rivers. So there are various aspects are there. Those are nature of the flow, catchment of the area, erosion course, nature of the course, and other features. So now we will discuss regarding the Himalayan rivers. So Himalayan rivers are the perennial as dependent on rainfall as well as snow melt. So in peninsular rivers is seasonal dependent on rainfall alone. It doesn't mean that peninsular rivers are dependent on the rainfall, and peninsular rivers not only on the rainfall as well as a snow melt also. So Himalayan rivers are very large basins, peninsular rivers are small basins. Himalayan rivers having the deep valleys and gorges into the Himalayan due to intense erosion, and peninsular rivers is shallow graded valleys with a little erosion. And if you can see the nature of the courses, Himalayan rivers are meandering course like this, and shifting beds into the Great Plains, and features like V-shaped valleys, high waterfalls and huge delta. And peninsular rivers are flows like straight and linear course, shallow valleys, small waterfalls and delta and estuaries. So now we'll discuss regarding the drainage system of India. So drainage refers to the channel of river system in an area. Drainage division refers to an area which is drained by one river system. Main river along with its tributaries. Drainage system refers to the group of channels of drainages. The functions of time of the geological period determines the characteristics of drainage pattern. So now here we will discuss Indian drainage system. Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. Himalayan rivers are like upliftment of Himalayas in the different geological period resulted in the present drainage system of the Himalayan rivers. Water divide, watershed and channels of these rivers have changed at different times, and folding leads to the creation of many rivers. So now we'll discuss there are three major river systems in the Himalayas. Those are Indus river system, Ganga river system and Brahmaputra river system. First of all, here we'll discuss types of soils. So soils, India is an agrarian country and soil is the prime resource. It plays a vital role in the economy of India as an industries are mainly agro-based. About 65 to 70% of the total production of the country is dependent upon the agriculture only. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research set up an All Indian Soil Committee in 1953 which distributed into various types. Generally, there are 8 types of soils found in India. Those are alluvial soils, black soils, red soils, lateral soils, desert soils, mountain soils, saline soils, and PD are marshy soils. So now we'll discuss regarding alluvial soils. Alluvial soils are deposition of materials by sea or river. It's called as alluvium. And the soil is formed due to the deposition of alluvium. It's called as alluvial soils. This type of soil mainly found in the India and Indo-Ganga and Brahmaputra plain, the whole northern plain and in some parts of the river basin in the south and some plateau region. This soil is also found in the deltas of Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna rivers. So the soil is also, alluvial soil can be broadly categorized into two, new alluvial soils and old alluvial soils. I have already discussed regarding old alluvial soils and new alluvial soils. New alluvial soils are called as a Kadar and old alluvial soils are called as a Bangar. Both Kadar and Bangar soils contains calcareous concretions, conquers. Old alluvial soils are found slightly elevated areas far away from the river. The new alluvial soil is found in the Udupian of the river and much fertile in comparison to the old alluvial soils. So the crops grown in the alluvial soils is suitable for the rabi and kharif crop like cereals, cotton, oilseeds and sugarcane. Now we'll discuss regarding the Reger soils or else black soils. The Reger and black soils have developed extensively upon the lava plateau of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. Mainly Malwa are formed due to the volcanic activities. This is a main important point. Black soils are formed mainly due to the volcanic activities. These soils are very fertile and contain a high percentage of lime, iron and moderate amount of potash. This type of soil is especially suited for cultivation of cotton and hence sometimes is called as a black cotton. If you can see crops grown in this region, cotton, jowar, wheat, linseed and gram, fruit, vegetables. The black soil is highly retentive of moisture. Now we'll discuss regarding the red soils. Red soil developed on granite and gneiss rocks under the low rainfall condition. These soils are red in color due to the high concentration of iron oxide. These soils are friable and medium fertile. Northeastern and southeastern Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, major parts of the Orissa and hills of plateaus of northeastern of India. These soils are deficient in phosphoric acid, organic matter and nitrogenous material. Crop grown in the red soil region, wheat, rice and millets and pulses. Now we'll discuss regarding the laterite soils. Laterite soils is a kind of clay rock or soil formed under the high temperature and high rainfall with alternative dry and wet period. Laterite and laterite soils are found in South Maharashtra and Western Ghats of Kerala, Karnataka and a place of Orissa. So crop grown in this region is coffee and cashew. So these crops are very much important for the examination. Crops grown in the laterite soils are coffee and cashew nuts. This type of soil is unsuitable for the agriculture due to the high concentration of acidity and inability to retain moisture. This is a main important point for the examination. And the next soil is a desert soil. This type of soil found in the Rajasthan, Haryana and southern Punjab and sandy. In the absence of sufficient wash by rainwater, soils have become saline and rather until for cultivation. So wheat, bajra, groundnut, etc. can be grown in this soil. Now we'll discuss regarding mountain soils. Soil found higher altitude on the mountain is called as the mountain soils. The characteristics of this type of soil are changed according to the altitude. And the next soil is alkaline soil. This type of soil is found in western Gujarat, the delta of the eastern coast, Sundarbans or West Bengal, Punjab, Haryana. It is under for agriculture. It contains sodium, potassium, magnesium and lack of nitrogen and calcium. So peaty soils and marshy soils. Peaty soils are originate in the humid regions as a result of the accumulation of large amount of organic matter in the soils. The soils contain a considerable amount of soluble salts and 10 to 40% of organic matter. Soils belong to the group are found in Kottayam, Alboja districts of Kerala where it is called as a Khari. So now we'll discuss regarding soil profile. Layers of the soil: O layer, A layer, E layer, B layer, C layer and R layer. So O layer is the outermost layer of the soil and A layer is the most important layer because of the humus formation starts from here, and E layer is so this layer is found below the O and E layer. It's lighter in color and rich in nutrition. B layer is below OAE. It is also known as the elevation zone because of the presence of minerals. C layer is contains no organic material and broken bedrock. R layer is a layer of consists of rock and rock type of found here, basalt, granite and limestone. So the types of agriculture in India: subsistence farming, mixed farming and shifting cultivation, extensive farming, intensive farming. These are the types of cultivations. So here we'll discuss regarding atmosphere. So composition of the atmosphere is nitrogen is 78%, oxygen 21%, argon is 0.93%, carbon dioxide is 0.03%. So the highest amount of present in atmosphere is nitrogen gas, which is 78%, and the next order oxygen 21%, argon 0.93%, and the next carbon dioxide 0.03%. Carbon dioxide is present in a small quantity in the atmosphere. It is the important constituent of air because it has the ability to absorb heat and thus keep the atmosphere warm, thereby balancing the heat of the earth. So the layers of the atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere is the atmosphere which extends the height of the 18 kilometers of the equator and 8 kilometers to the poles. So stratosphere is extends from the tropopause about the 50 kilometers. So in the stratosphere only ozone gas is present, so the temperature slowly increases to 4 degrees Celsius. This layer is free from clouds and associated with weather phenomena, hence it is provide ideal and conditions of large jet planes. So flying conditions for the large jet planes. Mesosphere above the stratosphere, so it is extends a height of 80 kilometers. Thermosphere is above the mesosphere, and the last one is exosphere, around 960 kilometers. The types of agriculture in India is subsistence farming, mixed farming. I have already discussed. So the types of the crops in India is rabi crops, kharif crops, and jiyad crops. Rabi crops are which it is sown in every year in October and harvested every year in the March. Wheat, barley, mustard, sesame, peas, and the major rabi crops in India. Kharif crops are in summer time. So those are cotton, soja, sugarcane, turmeric, paddy, maize, mung. Jiyad crops are like fruits, cucumbers, family, vegetables, and bitter gourd, pumpkin, and rich ground, and so on. So major food grains are rice, wheat, and cash crops are cotton, groundnuts, plantation crops are tea and coffee. So these are the important points for the physiography of India. So few important facts are: largest freshwater lake in India is Ular Lake, and which is in Jammu Kashmir. Largest saline water lake in Chilka Lake in Odisha. Highest lake in India is Chalamu Lake, which is in Sikkim. Largest lake in India is Vemanar Lake, which is in Kerala. Okay, these are the important facts for the examination. So length of coastline I have already discussed. So the border coastal states also I have already discussed.